alive for a minute.
Okay, so everybody, we just came home from our health coach retreat in Irving, Texas. It was tremendous. It was like 1,000 people, and we're dangerous. I have to tell you right now, we're dangerous. We got some fire in the best way because we saw people. First of all, it looked like dressy, awesome people who go to the gym all the time. There were also regular looking people like us and like other people because everyone is in a different place in their journey. But we learned some things about what is possible with people's health when they are intentional. I just can't. I just can't anymore. We want everyone to experience that. When you take your health seriously, everyone. I mean, I can tell you right now, because I went from 170 pounds to like 130 pounds. There's a world of difference in my life. When you take control of your health, you take control of everything in your life. Dr. Russell.
Well, yes, I agree with everything you've said. I was just thinking, what's the most important thing we have?
Right.
Everybody might list a lot of things, but it's our health. Like you're saying, our health is like the wheel that drives everything else in our life. If we aren't healthy, we're not going to be able to do the things we want to do and be with family.
Getting in the room with other people on the same mission. I don't know if you are aware. Has it become acutely aware to all of us and the team we were with down there that 90% of Americans have metabolic dysfunction? 90%. You remember in the olden days when like grandpas had heart attacks and old folks had like high cholesterol and gout and all that business? Young people have that these days, and we've accepted it as normal because it is so prevalent. So many people we know have cancer, prediabetes. What are the top 10? High blood pressure, high
Yeah, heart stuff,
triglycerides,
diabetes.
all of it. And we've normalized it because it's so prevalent. Being like plus size. There used to be plus size people and it'd be like a size 10. Now a size 10 is really small in the grand scheme of things. And I mean, weight is just one symptom of metabolic dysfunction. There are many others, and it's because the world we're in is sort of designed to keep us sick. Well, to make a profit. They don't care about our health. But anyway.
Yeah, there's been a lot of research, and there's a lot of sources saying that this current Generation Z isn't going to have the same as long a life expectancy as their parents' generation. So there's something going on.
That's crazy.
Uh,
Wait. Young people are not going to live as long as their parents. You
right.
said.
And the only reason some studies suggest that might not be true is because they think medical technology will be enough to counteract that. And that's not going to do it.
So, some of the things we learned this weekend, we met our founder, Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson. He was one of the nation's first critical care doctors. And he was standing right there on that stage and said, I was having to go into rooms saying, I'm sorry, your mama, your sister, your brother, your daddy didn't make it. Because by the time you get to the ER, by the time you get to critical care, it's too late. And he said, if I could look upstream when these people first got sick, I could have done something, but they were coming to me too late. And that's why he stopped being a doctor. He lived on credit cards for 2 years to found a company to prevent these illnesses before we're way downstream and hardly curable. Like we're curable now because we don't have the thing yet.
Right. Yeah. If somebody is not curable now, 20 years ago, they were.
You know what was interesting? We're going to talk about the things that most struck us at the thing. We went to what they called seniors parking with the handicap signs. That's our VIP row where we park. We expected it to be empty. There were a few people parking there, but they didn't have to be. Ryan was the only person in a wheelchair there. There was a lady with a cane. So we had the VIP row, although people were sitting there because they don't know. So Ryan would roll up and we'd be like, excuse me, because we wanted to sit together.
Yeah. For some reason, we like sitting together. Weird.
I know, but for that whole group of 1,000 people, we had one man in a wheelchair. Typically, we go somewhere and it's like bumper cars in the grocery store because everyone's in those carts, or at the Toby Keith concert. Not Toby Keith. Who did we see? Alan Jackson. That row of handicapped seats was crammed in. We could barely fit.
Yeah.
We didn't expect many disabled people at the health coaching. There were a couple. But by and large, people were not in wheelchairs because of their food choices, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes, I do know what you're saying.
I mean, not to offend. The world, like I said, is built for us to be sick and overweight and need pills and prescriptions. What if we could prevent all that? I wish y'all were there with me at the Awaken. It was called the Awaken, and we are awake. We're not woke, but we are awake to the possibility that we can heal the world. Heal the world.
Well, they might have liked to have been there with me too.
Us. Did I say me?
Yeah.
Us.
It's okay.
You would have heard some things and seen some people and seen some biceps. Like, I am like an amateur. You should have seen some of these people. Like, they don't miss arm day or leg day. I'm like, I got to go home and get in the gym now. What else did you notice?
Oh, I just noticed. Yeah, somebody, like, you go to the grocery store, you go out in normal public, and you saw a whole different. Yeah, people look different at this conference.
9 out of 10 people are suffering from metabolic dysfunction.
Yeah.
High blood pressure. We already talked about it. Visceral fat. Oh, dude, we're going to show you this graphic. It's disgusting, but it's like your guts covered in visceral fat. It's like this yellow net web thing that like surrounds and strangles your. Have you ever been caught in a fishing net? It's like that. It's like a fishing net of fat in your guts.
Yeah.
Suffocating your heart, your liver, your lungs, your pancreas. Ain't nobody need that.
One thing I was going to say is, I think it was that morning or the day before, I talked to Angela, and I'm like, do people in other countries are they in this metabolic health crisis too? Because I'm thinking, you could think of some countries where people seem pretty healthy. Well, we found out at this conference that everybody shows metabolic dysfunction in different ways.
Our dog says hello, by the way.
I think he sees a squirrel. I'm not sure. Anyway, but so 90% of the world is in metabolic dysfunction. Not everybody shows it the way you would think. So we all of us need to work. We need to be safe. We need to be sure. This dog is totally distracting me.
I'm not distracted because I'm used to loud noises. So as metabolic reset coaches, I'm reading because I want to get this right. We help reverse belly fat that won't come off, energy crashes, and brain fog. Have you ever had that? Did you know if you're waddling around out there? Okay, I was waddling around with heartburn, sore knees, terrible headaches, and just feeling. And once I took control of my health and lived intentionally, and I watched what I ate, and I gave up Taco Bell, and I gave it no offense to Taco Bell, but I'll tell you what, if you want to live intentionally for your health, Taco Bell probably won't be your BFF anymore. But anyway, walking around with a brain fog and feeling of like hard to describe ickiness and headache and fatigue and sluggishness. We help people with that. Regulate blood sugar, insulin. You don't want to get a program where you lose lean muscle. There are a lot of ways to lose weight. Please don't take a pill. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to go that route. If you are taking GLP-1s, we can help you with that too, because you're going to have to learn new habits for nutrition. Just because you're taking the shot, you still need to eat right. What do you think about that?
Yes, we learned about GLP-1s. Like, I'm going to go on a little rant about a Super Bowl commercial for a GLP-1. They're like, oh, if I could take a pill to park, I would. Mm-hmm. If I could take a pill to be a wrestler, I would. Then they're like, we've got this pill that will make you lose weight.
They were trying to normalize, take a pill remember when everything was like, there's an app for that? When we first had smartphones, there's an app for that. Well, now there's a pill for that. And they're trying to normalize that. I'm sorry, you were saying?
Yeah, anyway, that just really annoyed me, because what we really learned is taking that GLP-1, that pill, whatever, without a nutrition plan, only 10% of people, okay,
10% success.
and that's because they probably instituted their own nutrition plan. Everybody else, you're not going to have luck because if you don't have a nutrition plan, and unless you stay on GLP-1s forever, without a nutrition plan, you're going to go back and be worse than you were before.
Dr. A said they have a 10% success rate. Not that 10% of people lose weight. Everybody can lose weight, but you're losing a lot of muscle. And then, like you were saying, you need it for life.
So we can help anybody do it without that, or maybe whatever your situation is, we
If
can
you're a
figure it out.
doctor and you have discerned you need the GLP-1s, we're not bagging on that. We were like totally against it. Now that we've learned more about it, some people are going to need it, but they need coaching and nutrition and structure, absolutely, for it to be long-term beneficial and for you not to lose muscle.
Yeah.
You don't want to lose muscle. Muscle burns fat. So if you want to lose some fat, get you some more muscle. By the way, I was in the push-up contest. I should have won. I don't know why I didn't. The lady next to me was 70 years old. She didn't win either. But this woman who looked like she just walked off the bodybuilding stage won. But I definitely kept up with her. Her arms were amazing, though. I'm not going to give her any shade.
If I had been up there, it would have been fair. You would have won.
I would have won.
Because
you should have been up there.
I know. I'm totally unbiased.
Totally unbiased. Your taco salad's there. Xavier eats very healthy taco salad full of veggies. I'm very proud of him. Oh, I forgot your... Okay. Anyway, yes, you want to lose your visceral fat. We're going to post the video somewhere, and that is some gnarly stuff. Strangling your organs. All of that. Are we done talking yet? I forget where we are.
I have no idea where we're at.
But that's what we gleaned from this amazing health coach convention. The next one we're going to is in Orlando in July. We hope you can join us. Yeah, I really hope you join us just for your sake, because you're going to feel better than you ever felt in your life.
Yeah, and if you're not sure if you're in that 90%, you think you're in the 10% that doesn't have metabolic dysfunction, but you want to be sure, talk to us. We'll do a health assessment with you.
We have a quiz you can take if you want to remain anonymous. We can talk to you one-on-one. You can go stalk our page and find out more.
Yep. Ryan and Angela Resilient Health. We're on Facebook.
But literally our goal in life is to get the world healthy. We're not going to stop till the whole world knows. And if you're local, come over Friday for our healthy hangout.
Links to contact us are down below. All right. And with that, we're going to say good night or bye or whatever it is.
Ryan's not from the Midwest. You hit your stop and you go, well, everyone knows it's over.
Oh, well, my dad and I said, hey, you don't have to rush off.
We will see you next time, Tuesday, 6 o'clock, or anytime you want to find us. If you just found us on YouTube, click like. You know how it works. You know how it works.
Yep. Bye.
Xavier, you really distract me, but that's